Hey everyone, it's Mera Mangle.
And Fabrielle.
And welcome to another Mangled morning.
Woo!
You look adorable in your little sunflower dress.
Oh, thank you.
Giving very 90s.
Thank you. And you were giving a 90s icon on your shirt.
Grandma Yetta from The Nanny.
Yes.
Yeah. All-Starz 11. So we talked before about the rumors. At the time it was like we weren't even sure who the second bracket was for sure. Mm-hmm. Well, now this week we're going to talk about all three brackets, and they're pretty firmed up. Allegedly, about who the cast is. So we're going to break that down. And last time we also did not talk about some of the changes to the format, so we're going to get into that as well.
Ooh, changes to the format. I haven't heard of that.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
I got read down by people like, how come you didn't talk about this? Or why are you doing this?
Listen.
Which I'll talk about, and it'll make sense in a minute. But yes. I just didn't know.
Well, the tea is hot on this Mangled morning.
Speaking of hot tea, you know, there's also rumors about an All Winners 2 that's allegedly going to be filming this summer as well. I wanted to dedicate time to that, though, on its own. So make sure you're subscribed because we're going to do that in the next video.
Yeah, stay tuned.
But before we get started with All-Starz 11, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video, and join the Patreon where you can see all kinds of additional content you can't see on YouTube, plus you're helping support the channel. Now you can also support the channel by tipping up a bit more Cash App like Justin S., who give the classic long-time subscriber, first-time tipper, and happy Pride, gal.
Oh.
Happy Pride to you too, Justin.
Yes.
I love gal.
Ally.
I loved it. Gal is like
I'm
my
not
period.
gay, but I am an ally.
Right. Did you have a good Pride season?
Honestly, I don't know if you feel like this, but like when people are like, oh, what are you doing for Pride? Happy Pride. Like, it kind of feels like...
It happens to you.
It's like asking Santa Claus how is Christmas.
Halloween is very that for me.
Yeah.
Because like...
What are you going to dress up as?
What character are you going to be? Girl,
it's like, girl, we do this.
I'm 300 days a year on characters.
Yeah.
I take 65 of those days off.
Life always starts to pick up around May, June, and July. I feel like they always go super fast. But energy-wise, feels like it takes a lot, you know?
Right. From the heat and emotions. And
right. All of the above.
We'll talk about y'all's emotions from the YouTube thanks at the end of the video.
Yes.
Take a look at this art by MKE7 Draws.
Yes.
Very All-Stars coded with the background.
So gorgeous. Oh my god. The artistry on the faces is so stunning. Your mug and that headpiece.
I would like to hear like what their idea behind this concept was.
Yeah.
Because it's very mysterious.
It is. Maybe we all represent each of the brackets. Like, one's purple, one's orange,
but we're
pink.
just faces. Chastity's in charge.
Right. I do like
maybe
that
that's the message.
Right. I like that we're all in the copper tones.
Yeah, no, the gold is actually really pretty with the
I would wear Chastity's outfit. I would wear that. That's beautiful.
Yeah, I love it's very Grecian with the...
Ooh, yes.
The, like, coiling up. Okay, so first let's break down some of the format changes, what's happening here. Still 3 brackets, still 6 queens per bracket, so it's still 18 total.
Okay.
But now there's going to be 4 episodes with each bracket.
Ooh, the drama.
So it'll be a little longer each one.
I like
which
that.
does give more time, like some of the story producing was really forced. And also, like, I feel like some people we didn't get to hear where they're at now in life.
Yeah.
Like, for real.
True.
However, the big change that makes so much more sense to me for semifinals and having more episodes is only 2 advance from each bracket.
Okay.
Saying semifinals is top 6 makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. No, I get that. And that's going to make them fight a little harder during those 4 episodes.
Yeah,
you know?
There's less spots.
It's very serious. I like those. Those all sound like good changes to me.
I'm hoping there's still going to be some changes to how the point system, the point gifting, and all that changes in some type of way. I just don't like that all the, quote, bottom queens get to gift a point. The winner of the lip sync should be making the biggest decisions of the week or something. You know, like...
I do like that it is very democratic, though, in that way. Like, how all the girls kind of pushed Cuckoo through.
But think about if Denali and Ginger got to pick... Like, they won the challenge that week, yet they don't get a say.
Yeah, that is a little wackadoodle.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
When typically in All-Stars, the winner has the most power.
Gets some sort of power.
With great power comes great responsibility. That's what she always says.
Maybe they could... No, I guess I was going to say maybe the winners could have a point to give to whomever they wanted, and then the other girls only have half a point. But then that would get all gross. So
I don't think that if you're going to keep calling them the bottom 4... I don't think the bottom 4 should be giving any points out.
Mm-hmm.
You could still do a top 3, and maybe they don't all get to lip sync that week, but you know, maybe it's like the winner gets to give out more points than the second place, you know, something like that.
Yeah,
but
we're workshopping.
something. I feel
But
like something needs to evolve there.
I do think I am liking the brackets, though. Like, I think that's a cool
It's a rough time to go
idea.
over it.
Right.
Just because, like,
We're a little bracket fatigued right now, but
as long as they don't overproduce it like this purple bracket. But the first two, I mean,
first two were great.
I don't think we could have been loving it anymore.
Yeah. No,
So
I agree.
like, it's just, I think the casting and the production involvement can really make or break this format in general.
True.
I know some people, just from what has occurred over the past few weeks with the purple bracket, are already like, I don't want that coming back. So
that's how.
which I could understand feeling that way.
Right.
But we're going to go ahead and get into those brackets, and it is coming back. We're going to start off with bracket 1. We've got Curious C. Davenport from a season 11 and All-Star 6. Dawn, I was about to say Dawn Davenport.
Dawn Davenport, that's kind of I like that name.
That was Kennedy's name in the John Waters Challenge.
Oh, yeah.
Dawn from season 16.
Yeah.
I made those so small I can't see it. Lucky Stars from season 17. Morgan McMichaels from season 2 and All-Stars 3. Morphine loved Dion from season 16 and Mystique Summers. She doesn't do the Madison anymore.
Oh, just Mystique Summers.
Yeah.
She ran into T.S. Madison, and then she said, "That's my name. You can't have that." I do kind of like the cadence of Mystique Summers Madison, though.
It's like Nicole Page Brooks. Like,
right.
It kind of like, it feels
Mystique
good.
Summers feels
I feel like I'm
incomplete.
ending it, yeah. But
Yeah.
we'll get used to it.
Yes, we will. This bracket looks amazing. Like, I could not have thought of a better, like, this sounds so cool. Dawn and Lucky in the same bracket. I just think about the artistry. And then Morphine, oh my God, she's just going to give you the gorgeous, gorgeous girl.
I feel like this bracket is not something I would ever have put together myself.
No.
But it is very interesting. Some sisterhood, the season 2 girls. I mean, yes, they fought way back then, but I think they'll most likely be, like, I could see them forming an alliance.
Yeah.
But then you also have the season 16 girls, but Morphine sent Dawn home, so there might be, like, either they could, like...
Ooh, some tension.
Yeah, like it's some sort of sisterhood bond there.
Yeah.
Either
if they get into the top 2 together, and then there's another Megan Thee Stallion song.
Pray for Dawn. Or pray for Dawn.
Everybody pray for Dawn.
For most lip syncs against Morphine, because she's a lip sync
Well,
slayer.
anybody lip sync. Anybody lip syncing
Actually,
against
Morgan.
Morphine, I need to pray for.
Morgan and Akira are both first lip syncers, too.
That's true.
I think Akira, I'm so happy she's finally coming back.
Yeah, that's because they really kind of paid her dust when she came back on All-Star 6, was it?
Yeah, you could see she felt unseen,
And
And I felt
got
that, too.
that from her too when she didn't want to lip sync with
she was like,
Silky.
I don't need to come
She was
back.
like, you know what, I'm good. Let Silky have her moment, and I'll wait, and maybe I'll have my moment again. And I'm glad that she is coming back because she is so good at drag.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think I was watching on her like Instagram. It was like a while ago, but she like had forgotten her stuff, or like her luggage got lost, and so she had to pull everything together in like 24 hours for a gig. And it looked incredible.
I actually think that sounds familiar. I feel like that was the drag con I was at where I saw her. Like a gold look?
I think so. I think it was gold.
Yeah, that was a few years back, and I remember that being a thing. And I remember I got kind of close to her where I maybe could have gone up and talked to her.
Mm-hmm.
But she was so beautiful and like
otherworldly.
Like looked like I shouldn't be in her presence. Yeah, she's stunning.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. No, I can't wait to have her and Morphine give us the gorgeousness, and then Dawn
That would be
and
a
Lucky.
sexy ass lip sync.
Oh my God.
Them against each other.
Oh my God. The
Sex.
booties.
Oh my God, yeah. Akira could be the one person that would beat her in some of those songs that would be Morphine's specialty.
And then Dawn and Lucky can give us the artistry, and Morgan and Mystique can give us the battle, the fighting.
I like that we're continuing the trend of bringing back the old gals.
Yeah, bring more of that because,
And I think Morgan also is one where it's been long enough that I'm happy to see her coming back.
Oh, no, exactly. Sometimes if we have too much overexposure of a certain queen, I won't name names, then we can get a little tired, especially if they have nothing.
It actually happens a lot, though.
It does. Well, and especially if they have nothing else to prove and to show us, but
Yeah.
Morgan still does. She was out first, and then she came back for acting challenge.
Shouldn't have even been her. Like, it was silly to have her come back.
Right. But so hopefully this will be a really good redemption arc for her. And I can't wait to see more of Mystique because, I feel like I haven't really just heard from her very much.
Yeah. I mean, you've got Mystique and Lucky who are kind of like the either first or second outs, so they could get that Irene redemption.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I like looking about with these, is like what the potential story arcs could be. I think for me, the strongest two, just, you know, based on stats, would be Morphine and A'keria. A'keria for sure.
I think Morphine for sure. And then I feel like that other spot would be kind of up for grabs, honestly. I would love to see Dawn.
I feel like she's somebody that has it all, but she just couldn't really figure out how to show it.
She was still pretty young, like, in her original season, so it would be nice for her to... She's lived a little bit. She got that All-Stars budget now, and she can, like, really, like, even her... I think her look on the pit stop... so pretty. If she delivers things like that on the main stage.
Well, the runways were never the problem for me. It was like popping in the challenges and like being a standout in the challenges.
And like standing her ground, because in the one that she and Nymphia did the bathroom thing, she didn't speak up for herself enough. You know what I mean? In the improv.
Right. It was like Nymphia, Saphira, Plain Jane, you know, that really kind of dominated. But even a presence like Morphine was a lot more felt than Dawn.
Yeah. I think Dawn now would be able to command the presence, you know?
Yeah, hopefully. And I'm sure that would probably be her goal. Up next, bracket 2. April Carrión from season 6. Aura Mayari from season 15. Crystal Methyd from season 12. Salina EsTitties from season 15. Silky, Nutmeg, Ganache from a plethora of seasons. I'm not going to name all those. And then Vivacious from season 6.
Oh my God, wow. This another, something that I wouldn't put together myself, but...
There's a lot of names that... I mean, April was the first girl ever to talk about All-Stars 2.
Yeah.
And we're at All-Stars 11, and she finally made it. Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord. So hopefully, like, they would give her
and I love that she's
gonna to shine.
She's gonna at least get to show in all episodes. You know, that's what's great about these, is like you at least get those 4 episodes to shine.
And if we have Adam Lambert as a guest judge again,
she can give him that chicken leg.
Rekindle that.
Selena's the one that I've been, like, from this group that I've been most excited. I've been wanting to see come back.
I love, you know what, like, and I don't even really, this is going to sound rude, I don't really love Selena's drag aesthetic, per se, but I love her. And I love her energy and how she performs. And is her, like, drag my, like, most favorite looks-wise? No. But I do think it is still polished, and I'm able to be, like, you know, like, especially now.
See, I feel like the aesthetic, not talking about what she delivered on the show, because I don't think that was... I think that she, like, overthought her package and then overthought everything while she was there. That's that type of girl. But I think her brand and her personality, I agree with everything you're saying, but I feel like her aesthetic, actually, to me, matches... all that perfectly.
I feel like she doesn't always know if she wants to be campy or like cunty.
Or sexy.
And not that you have to pick one. You can be campy and cunty, but you have to...
I feel like that's what I'm delivering it right now.
Yes, right. Or like Manila. But I think she needs to like blend those two worlds a little bit more.
I see what you're saying. This will be a great runway.
All the runways.
You've got
and Vivacious.
A mix of you've got the club kid, but Crystal also like... is art club kid.
I do worry a little bit for Silky that we might kind of have, like how we're having the ginger overexposure. Right. I kind of worry for Silky that we might have the Silky overexposure. Especially because I don't really know what else Silky has to show us.
I like that we've never seen her with any of these people. The dynamic.
But listen, we've never saw Gender Minge with any of those people, and look how that turned out. You know what I mean? Not to bring a dampener.
They're not the same personality-wise. I've never been interested to see how Ginger interacts with people, because she also is very controlled. Silky, she's great reality TV for that.
I would like to see her and Crystal interact. I feel like they would be funny together.
Or it could be like her and Evie.
Oh, true.
She could be like, why is this clown winning?
Like, not this again. It's coming back to me now. Yeah, we already see the narratives. Well, I do worry for Aura, because I don't really follow her career.
She's also one of those girls that had trouble standing out.
Yeah, and I feel like with these girls, that's going to be real hard. Like...
Now, Vivacious and April, of course, were early. It's funny, it's another 2 girls that sent each other home.
Oh!
April sent Vivacious home.
Oh my God, you're right.
But they're both really early outs, you know?
Yeah, but they both have such incredible drag that I want to see on my TVs again.
I feel like Vivacious is the biggest surprise, because I feel like, you know, even though it's kind of like Pork Chop.
I mean, you know what, they referenced her with the Ariana entrance.
They reference her all the time.
Yeah, and
Or
Naysha, right. And I feel like she probably was like, you know what, if you're going to do that, you need to run me my bag.
But I felt like she was almost like pork chop where like she don't really do it like that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But clearly Vivacious is ready. Again, like fun surprises, potential story arcs. But
Not something I would ever think of, but that is so refreshing sometimes. Like All-Star 6, you know? And that's kind of so far, that's what this cast is giving me. Like, I don't see a clear front runner.
I think on paper for me, Crystal and Silky obviously do the best at Drag Race.
Right.
So as long as they just deliver what they've been delivering, you know, the other girls have to overcome
some adversity.
They have to do something different. Finally, bracket 3. We've got Hershii from season 16 first out. Jasmine Kennedie from 14 finally coming back. I've been dying for her to be back. Joey J, who is gay, from season 13. Kennedy Davenport from a bunch of seasons. Sam Starr coming back already from 17. And Shuga Cain from 11.
Ooh, I'm excited for Shuga.
Shuga is also a real shock.
Okay, so this bracket, out of all of them, feels like the weakest to me. Like, narrative-wise.
Also, I think it could be a bracket that I could see if they do comedy challenges. Kennedy wins all those. You know, she's known to be a pageant girl, but she's never lost an improv challenge. She wins them every time. She only wins those.
And you know, and I think because she understands RuPaul's sense of humor really well.
She knows how to just be stupid.
She knows how to be stupid, and she knows how to... And she knows how to... She's not afraid of being goofy with it.
Right.
You know? I could see Shuga doing great.
She, again, was another girl that was like... She was a lovely person.
But she just couldn't stand out. Yeah. In the challenges.
And it's funny. It's like Dawn, where like... They make it further than most, you know? Like top 6, top 7. But they didn't ever have a standout moment, you know, like that.
And I would love to see Jasmine back. I feel like she has a lot to prove.
I feel like Jasmine's ready. I'm ready. I've been ready.
I think it might be too soon for Sam. I don't know why.
Sam's really quick.
Like, that's... And I know we're seeing Lydia right now, but it kind of made sense for Lydia. But Sam, I'm a little like... I feel like if
Lydia's
you came back this soon... And Lydia's very creative.
Like, she has... Yeah, she comes up with all her own.
I mean, I guess Sam
we'll get to see her
us,
drag this time, hopefully.
Right. Sam would show us her drag this time instead of, you know, Chantel and Trinity's. I don't know this. I think the other two just made so much sense to me. And this one, I'm just like, what? Like, I don't get this one.
I guess it's going to continue to be the season 3 curse with bracket 3.
Oh.
No, I mean, I think that we have a couple girls that will deliver. And then you've got more wild cards of, I don't know if this is going to work. In terms of this group. Also, I see no story for a dynamic between them.
I mean, like, maybe Kennedy and Sam will connect because they're both Southern pageant girls.
Jasmine is a dancer like Kennedy. I could see a big sister, little sister relationship.
I mean, we don't know a lot about Hershii.
Very committed to the auntie aesthetic.
To the auntie, yeah. And she did not sew those pants that she
Joey
wore.
also had an aesthetic problem.
Right.
I think Shuga had good looks, but she had a branding problem for sure. And so did Sam.
Oh, yes. Shuga had that. I mean, I remember that eggplant look. That was so gorgeous. But I could not see something and know that it was Shuga Cain.
Because she never wore anything like that before or after.
Because it's like she could wear that eggplant gown that RuPaul said is one of her favorite looks ever. And then she also wore that troll outfit. Like, who? I don't know who you are. Because to me, the same girl would not wear those.
Well, and she also does a lot of 50 Housewives looks. Like sometimes sometimes she's like Mrs. Kasha Davis. Yes, that's exactly. Like, she's all over the place with branding. The person I'm most excited for is Jasmine because it's been so long. She's transitioned since then.
Oh, for sure.
She had one of the best arcs within her season. You know, like I felt like she was growing as a performer.
And the reunion was dramatic.
Yeah. She like was owning herself, and she was the only queen from the show ever to like try to confront me. It was very jokingly.
What did she say?
But she was like, "I heard what you said," and da 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 da. Actually, Ahura said that to me too. And in both cases, I said, "And what did I say? What did you think I said? Because I love you. If you watch the show, you'd know I love you." And she's like, "I know." Then actually, they both literally did the same thing where they were like, "Yeah,"
screaming. And isn't that very them though? To be like, watch it. I like you, though.
If I actually did read them the house down and didn't love them...
I would say that to you.
I'd be like, well, what?
Right.
You'd say that to me?
No. I mean, like, you... I would say that to... You would say that to their face. The same thing that you say on the show. But, like, no, I'm excited probably the most for Jasmine as well. Because she just... She makes good TV. I think she has... Like, really the only problem I had with her was her runways and her presentation. And now... that she's not trying to paint like an Alyssa Edwards impersonator. I think she is embraced her natural beauty, and that's all that we wanted, and now we get to see that blossom. So
yeah, when she came back to be an assassin. against Jimbo. What song was that? Was that Dua Lipa?
Dua Lipa, yeah. And she and I was like, Jimbo, get off the stage. I'm watching Jasmine perform.
Yeah, it was so good.
She's a great lip syncer.
Very okay, she's ready for All Stars.
I would love to see her and Kennedie lip sync.
I'm telling you,
that would be crazy.
And I mean, not to be hateful, but with this lineup, Kennedie and Jasmine are going to win a couple challenges.
They would have the Jasmine Kennedie alliance. They would. I could see it.
They're going to win at least a couple.
Right.
And so this might be the bracket that maybe it's, some clear front runners, but that lip sync every week will probably be electric. Because it'll probably be the two of them a lot.
And I think Sam would give them a run for their money.
No, Sam actually...
Because she is very competitive.
And she made it all the way to the end.
She's very clean. And she's not... Again, it's like she's not my favorite drag-wise, but she is competitive and she's good at Drag Race.
And she knows how to deliver it, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's everyone. That's the 18 queens. That's the 3 brackets.
Interesting. I feel like that's what I would say about this seems really interesting, and I would be tuned in, I would be sat to watch this just because I have no idea how this would turn out. And do we know, is this how it would premiere, first, second, third brackets, or would this have potential to be flipped around?
That's true. We're assuming that it's going to air exactly as it is filmed, but they sure could do that. Mm-hmm. They sure could change what order they go in, because there was never a moment where they couldn't have done that. It was just graphics, on the screen.
Yeah, and I think we will be learning a lot from the current season that is airing.
And I think they're learning a lot too.
I do, yeah, and I think the editors will probably make changes that they need to based off of that. So it would be interesting to see how all of this would unfold in whatever order they decide to present it to us. But I think I would love to see Dawn and Crystal come together and move forward, just so I could see them in the workroom together. That would be my fantasy, because I love both of them so much.
Well, I have one favorite in each bracket.
Okay, but who do you think out of those favorites would win?
Well, it's A'keria, Salina, and Jasmine.
Ooh, those are very Mera Mangle. I can see that. That fits your that makes a lot of sense.
You think?
Yeah, I can see why you would pick all 3 of
those.
They're
big personalities.
Yeah, and they're branded, but they're sexy, but they're, strong women, which is what I think of when I think of you. So, I don't know. You know what I mean?
Hair on my chin.
Who said that?
You can see my beard. What do you mean, strong woman? What are you trying to say?
A fierce woman. Let's say that. A fierce.
No, yeah. I also think that Kennedie is obviously going to do amazing, and Silky probably will too. But I'm not as intrigued to see what they do.
I think if I had to pick...
I know they're going to deliver.
If I had to pick one from each bracket myself, too, it would probably be... Ooh, that first one's really hard because I love Dawn and Morphine.
I know. The first one for me, it's A'keria and Morphine that's hard to pick between.
So it would be kind of a tie between Morphine and Dawn, then Crystal, and then Jasmine. And I don't know who would take it. I mean, I would love to see Crystal with a crown, just for the Missouri girl.
Yeah.
With a crown.
And she's so unique that I could see that.
And Ru loves her.
Right. She's got that advantage for sure.
I think she has such an identifiable makeup and aesthetic, so it would be really cool to see her with a crown.
She's the Georges and Lydia of this bracket.
Yeah.
Or of this whole thing. Kennedie also fully deserves a crown. Silky fully deserves a crown, but it's hard to say who
You think they're really going to crown somebody, though, after they've come on that many times?
But here's what's crazy is all of a sudden now they have been the past. That's what we used to say for years, that no one wins on their 3rd time. That's a curse. Then we said no one wins on their 4th time. Didn't someone just do that? Alyssa. No, that was 3rd. But now all of a sudden Lemon, Alyssa, it started happening a lot,
it might happen with this current.
And it could happen now.
Ginger was saying, in the pageant world, you go back and you compete again and again and again until it's your year. Right. So maybe that's what RuPaul's Drag Race is leaning into.
I mean, when
the
you have
pageant
18
world.
All-Stars each time, it's going to feel like that, I think, more often.
Well,
plus versus the world. Plus
when your pool, you're taking so many girls from your pool, you are going to have to pull.
Back in.
Right. You're going to have to pull from people. It just, to me, I just don't like that because I just think it makes it unfair. Because these girls who have been on that many times,
They
I'm
have
just like,
an advantage, yeah.
They have an advantage because they've been on that many times.
But
and
I guess, you know, to the point of the real world, that's also how the real world is, though, too. Like, all your drag experience goes to it. But there's something about, like, the narrative and the arc that sometimes can feel underwhelming when we just saw you delivered what we saw before. There has to be a fresh angle that feels exciting.
I need the newness, you know?
Yeah.
It's like
what's different
It's
this
like we
time?
keep having new Pokemon regions, and
Like
you
it-
keep giving me the same Pokemon.
It shouldn't be that you won this time.
By default.
Right, because all the tough competitors are gone.
But sometimes it can be like, oh, well, we've seen you come on this show before, and we're holding you to a higher standard, and you've done... Right. But, like, so... In that, you know, just to play devil's advocate.
I think we'll also see a change based on the... I feel like this season's been one of the roughest, probably for Michelle.
Oh, my God.
So I feel like we'll see a difference in how the judges...
Old Michelle, just come back to us if you're still there.
I need her to start making sense and be like...
I know.
She's saying something crazy to one girl and then the complete opposite to the next girl.
And then they don't clock the tea. It's not clocking to them that they're standing on business.
What is that from?
I don't know. I think the internet. It's like, it's not clocking to you that I'm standing on my tea or whatever. It's
It's like a straight person saying it. That makes no sense.
It's so crazy.
Now it's time to take a look at our YouTube thanks. Viola Matrix, that's a great name.
Ooh.
Said, felt like tipping today. Went to Southern Nights with a few friends and got to see the legendary, iconic, gorgeous Carmen Carrera perform live. Was absolutely enchanted by her butterfly look. I haven't seen that. Not used to her wearing clothes.
Maybe they were made of butterflies that just left her body. So she was naked in the end.
Because I picture her in very little bikinis. Yeah. And also, happy early birthday to Chloe.
Yes.
Mangle Morning keeps living rent-free for me.
Yes.
You paid your rent, though. $5.
So sweet. We're actually having the next Bimbo Vision on Chloe's birthday. So we're doing Night of 1,000 Chloes. And we're all doing different Chloe looks.
All gonna be clowns?
All gonna be clowning around and big tittied the house down.
Explosion at the Clown Factory. Hey Mera, first time tipper and watched you since season 14. Seeing what happened with Ginger, I wanted to use this message to address a subject of a long time ago. My behavior on the channel towards your opinions on Global All-Stars. We all know how a lot of us were heated angels as far as judging went that season for international. I don't know why they put international in quotes. Maybe because it didn't count for UK and Down Under.
Right, English-speaking countries.
I have a clean mind that I never offended you. It sounds like you feel a little guilty to even have to say that. But I don't know. But when constructive criticism gets convoluted around so much hate, it becomes a hate comment as well. So I'm truly sorry for that.
Oh.
I love that because also that's so true and it was put so well. You might think you're giving me constructive criticism, but like when everyone's saying kind of the same thing
in context,
less constructively, I guess.
Right.
Let's say, yeah, it just blends right in with like another person.
It just turns into criticism. Yeah,
right.
That's very admirable of you to apologize.
Just wanted to say that I love you and so happy you're in a better headspace now. And I'm in love with your work.
Aww.
Wow. Never stop supporting and watching queens outside out of the U.S. RuGirl scope because that's what makes you the best Drag Race reviewer.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
So sweet.
We'll always cover the international seasons. We just haven't had any yet this year.
I will also say that I kind of agree with them, and I think you do cover a lot of international girls on your lists, and not a lot of the other Drag Race reviewing channels on YouTube do that.
I cover every Drag Race. Yeah,
Give Mama her coins, give her props.
Let us know what you think about the rumor cast for All Stars 11 and the alleged format. I have one last thing to say today. Glad you got to see us.